With football season coming up, smoking these cheddar bacon bombs will be the talk of your next Super Bowl get-together. Being able to smoke cheddar bacon bombs on your smoker for your next Super Bowl get-together, even with COVID going on right now, we can still have small gatherings, get together with your family, keep your circle small, do your due diligence and stay safe. Now with the football season coming up, you're going to want a recipe like this. Now I buy all my ground beef in giant club packs, separate it into approximately 1 pound portions, and then flatten it. It freezes faster and it thaws faster. You can still see the striations of the meat, so if you want to turn this into burgers, it's still not handled a whole lot, so you can easily make a really nice hamburger even if you freeze your meat like this. So we're going to add these 2 packages to our bowl. And now we're going to start by adding some of our AP to this. Now, our AP rub is equal parts onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. You can make this up in huge quantities, have it sitting in your spice cupboard, and it'll last forever. And when you start using something like this for cooking every day, you're gonna find you're gonna use it a lot more. Buying it in large quantities and pre-mixing it in large quantities will go a long way for your dollar. You'll save yourself a lot more money than buying small containers of each and every one and then trying to find out like your own little blended recipe. So we're just gonna give this a nice liberal season. We're just gonna, that looks about good. As you can see, we went to town. Now, we're gonna use some panko because we want this to bind together over the cheese. So again, looks to be about a half a cup of panko I used anyways. And we're gonna mix this up.
Now that we've just tossed everything in the bowl on top of the meat, we want to make sure everything is mixed really thoroughly. We want to make sure that all that seasoning and the panko breadcrumbs are mixed all the way through this really well.
So now all that looks really good and blended, well combined. We're gonna set that aside. And we're gonna take our Velveeta cheese and we're gonna cut this into small cubes. So I want to relatively keep the shape of this. I want to keep it as square as possible. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to cut this into sections. Like you can see, they're not very thick. But what this is going to allow us to do is to wrap a nice meatball around it and give our meatballs a really nice cheese pocket in the middle. So next, our pack of bacon. We're literally just going to take this, slice it open, pull it out, cut it in half. And then we're just going to set this off to the side. So now we're going to start assembling. So we're going to take one of our little blocks of cheese here, take a generous amount of beef, we will flatten it out, put the cheese in the middle, and seal it up. Now you want to make sure you don't see any cheese sticking out on these. You want them completely sealed off, and try to make the meat somewhat uniform around that piece of cheese. Now as you can see, that is nice and sealed off. You don't see any cheese sticking out. And now we're going to take our bacon and we're going to wrap it. Apparently I didn't want to hold on to that. So wrap one way. We'll wrap one the other way. And then we're going to shove a toothpick. Yeah, a toothpick. English, not today. So we're going to put a toothpick through here to hold this together, and we'll just remember to take the toothpicks out when we're done. So we're almost about done here. We're actually going to pop this open, and we're going to start saucing half of these.
Now you don't have to sauce your meatballs at all. You can just hit them with a really nice seasoning on top if you want to add a little extra layer of flavor, or you can serve all your sauces on the side. You can serve anything from a marinara, a nice smoky barbecue, something really spicy for your heat lovers, or you can even go classic. You can mix equal parts grape jam and ketchup, bring it up to a nice simmer on the stove so all the flavors blend really well together, and serve that on the side.
Now we're going to close the lid. Let those sit for a few minutes, let that sauce caramelize down, because as you can see, this sauce is quite thick. Like, it's no joke. And I love this sauce for that reason. So now that the bacon cheddar bombs are ready, we're going to take one of our sauced ones here, and we're going to cut right down the center. And look at that. Nice little pocket of cheese in there. Take an unsauced one. Look at that nice little pocket of cheese in there. That one's actually really awesome. That looks like it's still molten hot. Let's get a bite. There we go. That's an awesome, perfect little snack. The meat held together really well. Held the cheese inside pretty good for the most part. Now where I put some of the toothpicks in, I went just a little too deep. You may not need a toothpick if you went with thicker strips of bacon. I went with a little bit thinner to make my bacon go further. But that turned out great. Now I'm gonna go smash this entire plate all to myself. Watch some NFL highlights. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come back every Friday at 11 for new videos and content. And don't forget, stay hungry.